No, it's not. It definitely is not. Hello, I've got a question for you. Will you be buying a Tesla, or do you plan to buy an electric vehicle, or do you currently own a Tesla, or do you currently own an electric vehicle? If you do, I hope you can subscribe and like, and please leave a comment down below. I generally find I get three types of comments. I wonder which one you are. The first are the people that have EVs that write about their experiences, which are 99% of the time are very, very positive. The second category are people that are thinking about buying an EV but are being put off by a number of reasons. One is maybe cost, fears of depreciation, which aren't necessarily true, and also they don't think there's enough chargers. Not everyone can charge at home, obviously, but people have got sort of different reasons. The third category are never going to own an EV. They don't want one. They're not interested. They think it's all a scam, that we're being forced to buy them. The government forced me to buy mine, obviously.
The government!
Which they didn't. And they're never going to have one. And they love telling me, when I tell them that it only cost me 1/8 the cost of electricity compared to petrol or diesel, they'll tell me all the things that are going to go wrong with the car. But anyway, whichever you are, please leave a comment down below. Please tell me what you think. So I've owned my Tesla for 3.5 years. Prior to that, I've been driving for 50 years, starting in the RAF, driving all kinds of equipment, and I was a rep and driven most types of vehicles and driven probably over 1 million miles. So I can be called an EV driver, but for most of my life I've been a gas, petrol, diesel driver. Now I can give you a long list of advantages of driving an electric vehicle, and my Tesla costs 1/8 the cost of electricity than compared to at the gas station, petrol, diesel. Superchargers probably about half the price, somewhere in that region, but a lot cheaper. The ride quality is fantastic. Great infrastructure for supercharging in the UK, throughout Europe, doing all the way down to Portugal, northern Spain. It's great. Long life, joy of driving, and it's a wonderful car. Very, very efficient. Now, of course, I hate the phrase elephant in the room, but can't think of anything else. The big one is Elon Musk. What's he's been up to? He's on the one hand pretty smart, but on the other hand pretty dumb, because even a shopkeeper without any GCEs knows that you don't put political statements on your shop window. And very few people have ever done this before, because it's a basic rule. Now, obviously, Elon has bankrolled one of the biggest bankrollers for Trump, and at first he saw the share price go up. But it's a funny thing, isn't it? Because why would you side with a right-wing politician when most of your buyers of electric vehicles are not going to be right-wing, they're going to be left-wing? History to this was that when Biden was president, he had a big meeting of all the main electric car makers, but forgot to invite Elon Musk. And at the time, he was making 80% of all the EVs in America. He invited Ford and GM, and of course he was accused of just inviting them because of the unions, and Tesla don't have a strong union base. So this obviously upset Elon Musk, so he decided to bankroll Donald Trump. But it did take an awful lot of people to vote for him, so it's people are gunning for Elon Musk. But I'm certainly not selling my car because of him. Why? That would be a crazy thing. I bought it long before he became a Republican. But, of course, the share price went up and then it's come down. The car industry has got a very dark history. So if you're going to have high moral standards, I don't want to have anything to do with Tesla. And like in Germany, where they've been burning them long before he became a Trump supporter, because they see the Tesla as really making a huge difference to their home market making cars. Now, some of these people burning cars were meant to be environmentalists, but I'm sorry, I can't see, that makes no sense whatsoever, burn an electric vehicle because you're an environmentalist. So a gas, petrol, diesel is better? No, it's not. It definitely is not. But if we're going to have high moral standards, and that's great if you want to do that, got to look at yourselves also and the dark history of cars like Porsche, Volkswagen, Ford. Got the Volkswagen, the people's car, who was started by Adolf Hitler. After the war, Volkswagen was offered to the America, and they said no thank you. Then it was offered to the UK, no thank you. That was a bit of a mistake, however. Ford sued the US government after World War II for bombing its German factories, and they were using slave labour. So if you want to have high standards, that's right, that's great, but just look at, you can't be selective. You've got to take the good with the bad. And obviously Germany has very low Tesla sales, and I've always believed that the plant should be in the UK and we should be building Teslas. We know something about building cars after all. Germany obviously has most to lose. Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Porsche. They make a lot of cars and they make profit building cars, but they don't make a profit out of building EVs. Only Tesla do that. So some of the other advantages of my Tesla, and I'm going to tell you, sorry if you don't like it. Some people get upset over this, but these are the facts. A comment was once left that somebody said that insurance is based on the stupidity of the driver times the dodginess of the area people live, and I think he must have been insurance. Anyway, 2021 my insurance was £378, fully comprehensive. Following year it went down to £355. Yes, I've got lots of no claims discount. Then the year that there were lots of fires being blamed on EVs weren't true, it went up to 568. Insurance companies never miss an opportunity to put prices up, and I know because after 9/11 the insurance of my coffee pot in Cornwall, the cafe I owned in Cornwall, insurance went up, and I said, why's it gone up? Well, because of 9/11 New York. What's that got to do with it? Well, it has. Insurance companies. And this year it was only £406. The price went down. You've got to shop around. Don't take the first amount available. Don't take the first quote. That was dumb. Depreciation, it's no worse than any other car, but yes, it is high. I've spent a lifetime not buying new cars. Only ever had one, and that's this one, apart from company cars, which I didn't have to pay for. But yeah, I'm not selling. Going to keep this car a long time. Tyres due now, 25,000 miles. I don't think that's much worse than any other car. Let me know. Fires, okay, if you're worried about them catching fire.
These are terrible.
An electric vehicle is 40 times less likely to catch fire than an internal combustion engine. The clue's in the name, internal combustion engine. But if you're buying a hybrid, that's more likely to catch fire than internal combustion engine. Great driving experience. Have I said that for this? Well, it really is. It's a wonderful car. I've been racking my brains and trying to think in history when there was a seismic change, like going from internal combustion engine to electric, and what were the consequences and what happened. For instance, when we all use whale oil for heating, lighting, but that all changed when they discovered oil from the ground, when we went from horseback riding to internal combustion engines. It can't have been as bad as it is now with this massive misinformation from the oil companies, manufacturers of cars and dealers. All are going to be losing sales, although they're going to be around for some time. It's huge, the misinformation, and it's not good. So if you do leave a comment, that'd be great. Hope so. Let's have some facts, information, and not just the same old things have been repeated in some of the dodgy newspapers and the misinformation from the oil companies and cars dealers. Please leave a comment below. Hope you can like and subscribe. If you want to use my Tesla link if you're thinking of buying a new Tesla. You get £500 off Tesla Model Y in the UK, and there's various discounts depending on where you live around the world. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.